Hi, this is my review of my Radar 135 by Wilderness Systems. It's 13.5 feet long. I'm just going to go over the basics with you and some of the upgrades and updates that I did to it. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me and go from there. The trailer I made specially for it. It is a heavy kayak, obviously with the pedal drive. The tackle box, the Boondocks landing gear, everything else I've got on it. It is heavy. It'll take you like 3-4 people to get it up on the roof of a car. You can get it in the back of a pickup, but like I said, it's a heavy boat. Even with the Boondocks down, to pull it as a cart, there's a lot of weight up front. It can be done. I do it, but I only do it from the water to my car, which isn't that far. Okay, moving along. Like I said, the hatches, I think Wilderness System hatches were made to leak. It's got a cooler that fits right in there. You will get water in there. If you turn it over, or high seas, rough water, you're not keeping the water out. It's going to get wet in there. I got this cooler for it, which it works pretty good. If you get it heavy, it will push its way down through, but it's pretty adequate. You have to take it out, then you have to open it, get what you want, close it up, and then put it back in. The lid is what keeps it from falling through, so if you try to unzip it, open it, it's falling through. Again, all Wilderness Systems compartments leak. It's just part of what you get. The depth finder pod, I've got a Lowrance 7-inch down scan. I do have a side scan transducer for it, but it will not go in on the bottom of this pod. The battery and everything is mounted right in there, and it just clamps down. It's pretty cut and dry. The pedal drive works like a charm. I can get it up to 5 miles an hour and I can hold it there. Even the fastest paddler in a sea kayak, unless you're world class, you're not going to go faster than this. I actually make a wake with it, and I can hold its speed. Your legs are just naturally more powerful, endurance wise and strength wise, than your arms are, so you're not going to out paddle this. It tracks straight. To lock in the pedal drive, these just, I can't do it now because, well, here, let me show you. I'll just pull it back. Let me get back to that. Let me show you the Boondocks trolley. Best thing I did to it, as heavy as this thing is, I can't imagine not having these. It's got a locking lug right there and a star pattern there. You just put it in the one. There's nothing that locks it in when it's in the down position. I mean, the arms will come out, but with weight on it, that's going to be pretty hard to do. Okay, now to lock it in, put the clamps. Just like that. Now you're in the down position, ready to pedal. It's real sunny out, so I can hardly see my screen, so I can't tell exactly what you're seeing. I hope you can see it all right. But now it's in the down pedal position. You have view of your fish finder mounted on the front pod. If you're coming into shallow water, just push that and it pops right up. The only thing is, I don't know if you can see down there. The rudder has to be lined up to come up. So it comes up through there. And then it comes through right here. Now, unlock it. Right now it's shallow. You will not drag bottom or anything with it. But for storing and transporting, or if you're anchored and you just want more room for fishing, undo these clamps and push it forward. Obviously your fish finder is going to be there, so you can only go so far forward with it. This is all open, but no water comes up through there. This hatch, this doesn't come with it, the insert. I put that in. Again, these don't hold water, or excuse me, these aren't airtight. If it's down and locked and you take on water, you're going to fill this up with water. As simple as that. I just washed it and I had 2-3 inches of water in the bottom of it. But it keeps everything from getting knocked over, and you know, like your phone or something like that, and unless you plan on getting wet, it keeps everything fine and out of the way. I added this cup holder. I added these rod holders. Like I said, the battery, everything for the fish finder is right up in the front pod. If you want to put the side scan transducer on it, you'll have to put it in the center pod. Now, if you're going to use the center pod, obviously you can't use the pedal drive. But I love the pedal drive, so I sacrifice side scan for the pedal drive. This is your rudder control. The seat is outstanding. I can't say enough about it. Right now it's in the up position. Swings down, and now it's in the low position. If you've been out fishing all day, you find a shady spot and you want to take a nap, kick the front up and the back down and kick your feet up on the pedal drive and take a nap. Yes, I've done that. It does slide forward. I leave mine up so I can keep my cooler right behind it. Does have the anchor trolley. I use that every time I go out. Great invention. The tackle box. Up top, I just keep whatever up there. In the center section, I believe this is a 3700, but it goes right in there. Not going anywhere. I've driven with it there and never lost it. Fish finder or anything else, fish grips, whatever. There's a ton of room in here. And I think this was designed specifically for this boat. As snug as this thing fits, I could roll this thing down Whitewater Rapids and it ain't coming out of there. The only thing I don't like about it, the rudder, I have good control with the rudder. The only problem is these paracord controls for rudder up, rudder down. They ain't worth a crap. It takes almost 2 hands to pull on them, but it works. And the rudder control, the cable they use, I don't know what it is, but it does not stretch. It works just as good today as it did last year when I put it on. So rudder control, A+. Paddle mount. I think that's about it. Like I said, the trailer was made just for it. I mount my paddle right on the trailer, one on each side, and then just to be sure, a little bungee cord in the middle. These 2x2s running down it, they go down the scupper track, so it's centered on the trailer every time I put it on. And I've got rod holders on it, so I can just keep my rods right on the trailer. I park it in the garage at night, so I just leave them right there. And it works very good. Obviously it's easy to load, easy to unload. And that's about it. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, this has a tie down to tie down the pedal drive for when you're transporting. And that's the transport position. But she's a good kayak, very easy to stand up in. When the pedal drive is in the up position, you can pull yourself up with it, and I can't say enough about it. I really like it. But that's about all I got. I am getting a boat next year, so this kayak is not listed, but technically it is for sale. If I can find somebody that wants to buy it, I would let it go. I couldn't tell you how much I have into it, but I'd sell it just the way it is, probably without the fish finder. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please post them below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thank you very much.